What's up guys, welcome back to Deck Tech for Decks. I'm your host Caleb. If you want to support me, you can now follow me on Patreon. Not only is it the best way to support the channel, additionally you'll get more say in what decks I cover. Special shout out to my high contributing patrons. Newsome, you rock. Now let's get into today's Deck Tech with Aragorn. And out of the gate guys, this guy's extremely busted. He might look a little slow on paper, but I assure you that's not the case. The first time we attack, our creatures are going to become renowned if they deal that combat damage, and then after that they're just going to start doubling up on all the counters they have. So we're going to do some degenerate stuff and include a lot of Hydras and Tyranids in the deck that already have a ton of counters on them, and then we're just going to look to double those counters even more using stuff like Sovereign Oakenek. So you can kind of see why this deck is going to be pretty busted. Another thing we have to really shortcut is dealing combat damage twice. So let's give all of our creatures double strike, and this is not only going to deal a ton of damage to our opponents, but additionally we're going to get a ton of counters, and this is where you just create some massive creatures. I'm talking 40, 100 power creatures, not exaggerating. These creatures get massive as long as you can continue to deal your combat damage. Another thing you can better believe we're going to include is Shalai and Halar. So now we're machine gunning one player down while we're beating the other one in the face, and then All Will Be One will also be included in this deck. So if you want to see the rest of the deck and all it has in it, stay tuned till the end of the video because we will be playtesting the deck, or not playtesting, but goldfishing the deck, and I'm excited to see how that goes. So leave a comment down below if you want me to goldfish every single deck at the end of all of my deck techs, and it's just something I'm trying out. But without further ado, let's get into this deck tech. Let's kick it off by talking about the creatures we are trying to get massive. Tervagon's going to be amazing. Not only does he give you a massive board state, but additionally he's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and that Ravenous ability is busted. Voracious Hydra, another one that's very flexible. We can either have this guy enter the battlefield, destroy something, or just double his counters. Wildwood Scourge, I don't know if you've ever played this guy in a counter deck without Hydras, but it's absolutely insane. This guy left alone can very easily get over 100 power. Marlock, again, super flexible. He's a cantrip, he destroys something, and he's going to get massive. Aberrant, more removal on a body. Exocrine, Earthquake on a body that replaces itself. You can't really complain. Savageborn Hydra is going to be perfect in the deck. It already has double strike, so it's going to instantly become renowned and then instantly double its counters. Colonial Hydra just doubles everybody's counters whenever it attacks. Avenger of Zendikar is going to be pretty solid here, especially if we have haste and we can instantly get in with those plan tokens, making them renowned, and then next turn we can easily start doubling the counters on them. Champion of Liamholt, we do run a lot of very low to the ground creatures that kind of need to get through, so Champion's going to make sure that all of those are going to be unblockable. Clamavis, Sovereign Oakenek, Branching Evolutions are more solid ways we can just double the power of our creatures. All Will Be One and Shalai and Halar are going to be amazing in the deck to just kill our opponents while we're creating a massive board state. Tyrant Guard is going to be amazing protection for all of our creatures with counters on them. The Ozolith is going to be amazing whenever those giant creatures die. We get to keep all of their counters, as well as the Skullspore Nexus, kind of not keeping the counters, but you just get a body in their place, so that's going to be solid. Additionally, it does also double power. Together Forever is also going to be pretty solid. Now whenever we lose one of our key pieces, we can get it back to our hand, and this is just going to be very useful for our commander as well, because I imagine he's going to be a pretty big target once they see what we're trying to do. Moving on to the core of the deck, we have Quindi. This guy's going to be amazing in the deck because remember, our commander also does give first strike to all of our creatures. I don't know why, that's just the thing that's also printed on the card. So now if they have first strike, which they do, they get double strike, because why not? Blade Historian and Berserker's Onslaught just flat gives all of our creatures double strike. Achroma's Will set us up for a very explosive turn. Giving all of our creatures double strike can just be a game ender in this deck. Jetmir, honestly 9 times out of 10 he's just going to give our creatures vigilance, because we really need something like a Tervagon or Avenger of Zendikar to get this guy to pop off, but in that scenario this is also going to be pretty game ending. Spectacular Showdown. This is not only going to goad everybody's creatures, but additionally it's going to give them all double strikes, so may the best board state win. Rhythm of the Wild, Fervor, and Rising of the Day are just going to be some solid haste enablers. Bloodthirster is going to be absolutely insane in this deck because again, if our creatures do have vigilance, they're going to be able to attack with Bloodthirster, and with Bloodthirster having double strike, it's going to net us up to 6 combat steps, so that's going to be insane. Just on his own, he's also pretty insane, especially with our commander, because his first attack he'll become renowned, and then he'll get to double the counters twice because of the 2 other opponents. Add double strike to the equation, equation, and you're just gonna start killing people. Aurelia the War Leader, another solid way to get some additional combat steps. When you mix additional combat steps with doubling 1/1 counters with double strike, stuff just starts to die very fast. Invasion of Ikoria is just going to get us to our key pieces, and then it's very important to pop that battle, and then we're going to be able to do combat damage to our opponents consistently, whether they block or not. Pathbreaker Ibex is going to be amazing in this deck, especially since we have a ton of haste enablers. The fact that we can just cast this and immediately attack will just kill one of our opponents and catch them off guard. Celestine the Living Saint, any deck that casually just starts buffing up our creatures, she's going to be insane because she's going to get to a point where we can just reanimate anything from our graveyard. Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves to protect our key pieces. Shatter Skull Smashing is just very flexible removal. Swords to Plowshare and Austere Command, just because it's a very flexible board wipe. Moving on to card advantage, we have Cutsil, Toski, and Ornn Frostfang. Just some solid cards that are going to get us some card advantage while we hit our opponents, which is going to be amazing. Hunter's Insight can draw us a ton of cards in this deck. Just make sure your opponents are tapped out so you don't get blown out of the water, because if they remove the creature you target with this, you get nothing. Life's Legacy, just a solid 2 mana, sack a creature, draw a ton of cards. Greater Good's also going to be a repeatable effect that does this. Return of the Wild Speaker, Rishkar's Expertise are just going to be solid cards that draw us cards equal to the greatest power creature we control. The Great Henge does pretty much everything we want in this deck. We get some card advantage, we get some counters, and we get some ramp. Jeska's Will, again, this is going to be amazing with our X cost spells because we're always going to have a mana sink for all of that free red mana. Minsk and Boo, another thing that kind of ties with counters, and additionally it's going to be solid removal and be able to draw us a ton of cards. Lorn of the Third Path is just in the deck because we wanted some flexible card advantage while having some flexible removal. Moving on to ramp, we have the Reaver Cleaver. The more I play this card, the more I'm just convinced it wins games. Bio Guy, it's just a solid way to get some additional counters while additionally getting some mana. Fairborough Elder and Bloomtinder are going to be insane. They tap for 3 mana, and you can better believe Fairbrew Elder is going to get in for some blood with that vigilance. Kodama of the West Tree, just a solid way to get trample while additionally getting some basic lands. Professional Facebreaker, we get treasure tokens. We can also sack those to get some card advantage. Savala Heart of the Wild, kind of card advantage, but 9 times out of 10, we're just tapping her for a ton of mana. Exploration is going to be amazing, just allowing us to play some extra lands in the early game. Nature's Lore, 3 visits, Farseek, the staples, as well as Soul
Alright guys, let's get into this playtest. Let's see what they gave us. We've got land, ramp. If we draw a third land, this could be pretty solid. If we don't, we might be screwed. So let's do it. Draw, okay, Cutsil, not a land. Not great. Let's go to our next turn. Land, okay, never punished, guys, never. And then turn 3, we're just gonna run this out. And then run out our... We could run out Savala here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, do this, cast our commander. And then do we attack with Savala? Nah, it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll attack just to get a counter on her, but... Okay, and then from here, this is where the broken stuff starts happening. Because we can... 4 mana... Sorry, 3 mana. I can count. Yeah, 3 mana for Rhythm of the Wilds. Green mana, tap this for 4. Tap here. Colonial Hydra, 4 counters. Sorry, that's 5, but it'll be fine. And it has haste. So we can just go ahead and attack. So we'll attack here. Colonial Hydra will go to 8 power immediately. And then he will become Renowned. And then this guy will also get a counter and become Renowned. Let's just add this for counter. We know they're all counters. Okay, and then we go to our next turn, and then we have Savala. So that's kind of busted, right? Because we can tap Savala for a total of 9 mana now. So we're going to do that. We're going to tap Savala for 9 mana, and then we're going to play this guy for 4 of it, this guy for 3 of it, and then I'll tell you what. Why don't we just cast a Chroma's Will? Go all out, right? Just why not? A Chroma's Will. So that's pretty busted. Let's see what happens here. There's going to be a lot of math. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll attack with this guy. He will go to 18 power. This guy will just get an additional counter. And then we'll attack with this guy. We'll probably attack with this guy. I'm assuming there's someone open. It's turn 6, maybe not. We can just leave him back and enjoy the double strike. That's kind of why I like this guy. It's just attacking creatures you control have double strike, so we don't even have to attack with him. And then we'll attack with Cutsil. And so what'll happen is when this guy connects, it's going to go to a 36, I believe. Gross. And it has double strike. So it's going to do 36, and then we're going to get 36 more counters on top of that, and then someone's going to get hit for 18 and then 36. So that guy's just dead. And then let's see how much that is. So 18 is going to give us 36, right? I can math. Quick maths, guys. And this will instantly go. So this guy's at 72 power now. Seems pretty busted. 72 power, turn 6, someone's dead. And yeah, we're going to gain all that life because of Chroma's will too. So no one's touching us in life totals for sure. This guy's just going to double his counters. So, and then he'll double them again. So to 8. Yeah, so he's got 8 counters on him. Cutzel will get a counter and then get 2 more because becomes renowned and then hits again. So the double strike. And so assuming we attacked 3 different players because of Cutsil, she'll trigger and we'll draw 3 cards. Pretty good. And then we'll go to our next turn with all the mana in the world and a Marlock. So we can actually go ahead and tap Selvala, put 70. Yeah, we'll put 70 mana into X and then the other 2. And then boom, we've got another, what is this? A 72/72 creature with double strike. I'm not doing that. Okay, we'll draw a card because of the Ravenous ability. If a board wipe happens, we get to keep all the counters. Additionally, we can just throw out this guy and they've all got indestructible. So we've got protection, but they're all dead. They're all dead turn 7. That one was pretty fast, kind of insane. We kind of got good draws there. So let's take another one just, for fun. No ramp. We're going to take a mulligan. If we can get this going, we're fine. It's slower, but that's kind of what we're here to see, How fast is the deck? How slow is the deck? Next turn, we'll go here. We'll run out the boots. Boop. All right, Soul Ring. That's going to help a little bit. Actually, okay, we're going to play this instead. That way we can run out my boy. And then we're going to get a token. We're going to hit Boo. We're going to put 3 counters on him. And then this will go up. So now we've got Boo. We'll hit someone in the face. Going to our next turn here. We play out the commander here. We attack with our Boo. It'll become renowned. It'll get 5 counters. And then we're probably just going to sack it to draw 5 cards, see what we get. And we can remove something additionally. So this guy's at 2 now. And then we're going to go to our discard. Probably going to get rid of Mirrored Landscape and just Celestine. We don't have anything in the graveyard right now. Okay, Haste. That's good. You'll love to see it. So we're going to go Hasty and then here, 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 here. Okay. And then this guy will have 2 counters. And I'm pretty sure put 3 counters on up to 1 target creatures with trample or haste. He's got trample. So he's going to become a 5/5. And then we're just going to swing in. This guy will become renowned. This guy will become renowned. And then we're going to get 5 of these things. Tyranids. All right. So let's set counter. Let's set it to 5. That way we know we have 5 of them. Oops. Set. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, we will just go to our next turn. We have a Chroma's Will again. Do we do a Chroma's Will and just have a crazy turn? I think we do. The answer is probably just yes. So let's do a Chroma's Will. These things will have double strike now. So what will happen is we'll swing in with all of these. First attack will happen. This guy will go all the way up to 12 power. And then the second strike will happen, and he will go up to 24. That's a lot of damage. And then same thing here. This guy will happen. He'll get another counter, and then he'll get 2 more counters, I believe. I should have put the counters there. And then he's at 4 counters right now. And these guys, their power will go +1, and then they'll get an additional counter. Yeah, because they'll be coming down to get a counter and then double it. Yeah. So not too big for those guys, but again, there's 5 of them. So that's pretty crazy. We could also make it even more crazy by casting this on our Turvagon and then just drawing. Let's see, he did 6 damage and then he did 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be pretty insane there. And then we can easily pass turn. Let's see, we can use this guy here. Do we have a way to give everything vigilance? We have a way to give everything double strike again. Yeah, that might be the play. I think we just give everything double strike again. We've got a massive Turvagon. We can play out this guy. Him with double strike is going to be insane because we do have haste. Do we have, or actually, we might run out of mana here. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here is what we are going to do. We're not going to play that. What we're going to play, so we're going to go here, 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 here. And we're going to give double strike to everything. And then we're just going to... Oh, we do have a Savala. Oh, we can just play Savala, tap her for 24 mana. And then we can play whatever we want. Yeah, so we'll play this for 2 mana. We will play doubling the counters. We're going to double Turvagon. Actually, let's not double Turvagon because Turvagon's big enough, right? And because everything has double strike. So we're going to go ahead and double this guy's power, make him 16. And then we can easily swing in with everything. This board stay got messy really quick. I apologize for that. But we'll attack here. That guy's going to be massive. Attack here. This guy's going to commander damage someone out because he's going to hit for 16 and then branching evolution. So yeah, branching evolution is going to put double the amount of counters on him and then double it again. That's pretty insane. And then again, with all of these Tyranids, we can just send them at the other player. And then what will happen is branching evolution, they'll go ahead and get double counters. So they currently have 2 on them. So they'll get 4, which will be 8. And then on the other damage, they're going to go ahead and double again. So they'll get... Yes. So I think you could... The math got crazy there. It's like maths for blockers and I'm an attacker. All right. So that's what happened in that scenario. Overwhelmed, pretty crazy. But like I said, the deck's crazy. You let it do the thing. You don't remove the commander, and then you're just going to die to a bunch of massive creatures. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about adding the playtest at the end of the deck text if you guys enjoy it. If you don't, and yeah, I hope this... Oh wait, thank the patrons. Newsome, Excessum, Chicken Salad, you guys are amazing. You keep the channel going. I appreciate all of you, especially my other patrons. Anybody who votes on the weekly deck text, you guys are amazing. Now, I hope this helped you in your deck building endeavors, and I will see you in the next one.